Hey, it's Greg Luther here, and listen, today we have what I would consider 10 of the top books for real estate agents. Obviously, there's a whole lot of stuff available online now, tons of webinars and trainings and videos and that type of thing, but I love learning from books. So many of you know I've become massively successful in real estate. We've built and sold brokerages for unbelievable amounts of money. I've got a brokerage right now that's doing extremely well. And what I wanted to talk about is how I was able to make that happen, because frankly, I dropped out of the 8th grade. I have no formal education, and as we know, a formal education is not going to teach you sales. So what I wanted to do is talk about 10 of my favorite books. These aren't the best ones by any means. I have a huge library in my house because I've read hundreds of books. What I did is literally this morning I ran through and said, here's 10 individual books on personality traits, on salesmanship, on writing copy, on getting your mind right, on beating procrastination, on presenting yourself in a good way. And I wanted to kind of talk about each of these 10. Maybe they'll be impressive to you, and you'll learn a little bit from them. One thing I'll warn you of, you do actually have to read it. I find an awful lot of people, they enjoy owning books, they don't necessarily enjoy reading them. They'll read through 2 or 3 chapters, and then they get busy doing something else. So let me ask you this. In the comments, I want you to leave a comment for me. When was the last time you read a book? Was it a month ago? Was it a year ago? Was it 2 years ago? And that could be reading a book or audio books, because of course now we do audio books. I'll give you a little tip. This first book that I'm going to show you, I got the audio version of it, and I was able to trick myself by saying I don't have time to read and I don't have time to work out. I always want to be focused on my business, but if I walk or jog and listen to a book at the same time, I'm kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone. It's worth it. So I just listen to these books while I do a little bit of exercise early in the morning. So audiobooks is an option as well. But leave a comment here. How long has it been since you honestly read a book? There's no right or wrong answer, by the way, but I want to go through each of these 10. Let's jump right into it. The first one, this dude is phenomenal. David Goggins. This dude is ridiculous. You would not believe the mental mindset, the focus this guy has. As a matter of fact, if you just go to Google or go to YouTube and type in David Goggins, that's Goggins, watch some of the videos in the interview. This guy is unbelievable. He cusses a lot. I do too. You're cool with that shit. But I want you to check this out. This is the book that he wrote called Can't Hurt Me. It talks about mental strength and overcoming adversity and pushing yourself past your limits. Unbelievable how good this guy is. But this is an awesome book. Again, it's called Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Next one here, from the guy that completely changed my life, Dan Kennedy. Dan S. Kennedy. We've become really close personal friends. We've had racehorses together and that type of thing. But this gentleman has absolutely changed the trajectory of my life. He has dozens and dozens of books. I think 3 of the 10 here are from Dan Kennedy. But this one is his newest one called Almost Alchemy. Almost Alchemy. This is brand new, 2020, and it's by Dan S. Kennedy. I think you'll learn a lot here about literally, how you come from nothing and turn it into gold. How you create success. You manifest success by certain actions that you're taking every day. Lots of really good information in here on overcoming challenges that exist in your life. So Almost Alchemy from Dan Kennedy. The next one is one of the best copywriters in the world. His name is John Carlton. This is volume 2. You could get volume 1 and 2 of The Entrepreneur's Guide to Getting Your Shit Together. This is volume 2, the most recent one, which is relevant for everything that's going on today. This is actually, I've got tons of things folded over, dog-eared here. The Entrepreneur's Guide to Getting Your Shit Together by John Carlton. This is a really good book on beating procrastination, getting out of your own head, actually taking action. One of the most important things we do in real estate is writing sales copy. When I created the title for this video that you're watching, I had to think about the sales copy. What's going to get people to click on this? You're writing sales copy. When you're talking to a client, you're speaking sales copy. The things you say will get you the win or get you the loss, right? So this is by Dan S. Kennedy as well. It's called The Ultimate Sales Letter. Now I'll warn you, this is the 3rd edition. Get whichever one is the newest edition. first edition, second, third, fourth. He rewrites these because he's been doing this for decades and decades. He rewrites it based on what's working today. Internet-driven, text message-driven, Facebook-driven, that type of thing. But anyway, the Ultimate Sales Letter, this shows you a format, a formula you can use for doing a better job writing sales letters. That's by Dan Kennedy. The next one here, one of the best motivational guys out there, Brendan Burchard. Brendan is awesome. This book is called High Performance Habits. And this is going to show you how extraordinary people have become that way, how they went from absolutely nothing to becoming extraordinary. This is a pretty big book. He gives lots of value in this, but this is a phenomenal book. I think you'll get a really good read out of this. One thing you'll notice, this is the first 5 of 10 books. One thing you'll notice is this isn't about how to sell more houses. Most of that you don't need. How to do a better job of negotiating contracts. You don't need that stuff. You've got to get your mind right. You've got to know how to speak to others and how to communicate the right way. So this is a really good book here. Book number 6, also by Dan Kennedy. He has a No BS series. He's known for no BS. He's very, very blunt. The most blunt person I've ever met. But this is called No BS Ruthless Management of People and Profits. This one's the second edition. Again, get whichever's the newest edition. But this is called the No BS Ruthless Management of People and Profits. I will welcome you to read this. Do not let your staff members read this, because this is about ruthless management of people and of profits. This is a business building book right here, and it is phenomenal. I've got all kinds of things marked in here, business cards and some of the spots I wanted to read again, that type of thing. But this is a phenomenal book. I think you'll find it helpful. A lot of the agents that follow our stuff here, which, by the way, if you're not following our page, I want to show you some of these, but if you're not following our page, follow the page right now and turn on notifications so you can see every time we're providing more content for you. Many of you know I have over 600 videos on our Facebook page as well as YouTube. So you should be binge watching and getting lots of really good information there. Read these books, get them on audio, whatever you need to do. Even if you get the Cliff Notes versions, which are always available. This is pretty cool. It was a bad title. It's an unacceptable title today. It's called Winning Through Intimidation. This is by Robert Ringer, one of the best sales books ever created. That's a bad title today because intimidation is considered bad, right? So I would call it How to Present Yourself in a Better Manner so that you're an authority figure and they want to follow you. That's a better title than Winning Through Intimidation. This book, have you ever smelled an old book? Look at this thing. It's like yellow now. This was published in 1973 and is still relevant today. But I think you'll find this to be incredibly helpful. Copyright 1973 and 1974. If you can find one of these, I can't believe the smell of this thing. It smells like an old library. But if you can find one of these things, they're very expensive. If you find it, the book price was $1.95 back in the day. That was probably like $3 million back then. But anyway, that's a really good book, and you'll learn a lot from that. 3 others that we have. You've probably heard of this, The 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing by Al Ries and Jack Trout. This is a pretty good book. It's a very quick read, but I think you'll get a lot of value out of learning how to market yourself, learning how to advertise to demand results. So that's a good book. Book number 8, I give this to a lot of the agents that fly in for our mastermind meetings. So we'll have agents that come right to this table right here. I have 7 seats available, $10,000 a seat. And we'll sit for 2 days and build their real estate business and talk about what they should be doing, what they shouldn't be doing. I give them a couple of gifts. This is one of the gifts I give them. It's by Seth Godin. I know you know Seth Godin, or you've heard of him. This is pretty creative. All marketers are liars, scratched out. All marketers tell stories. So this is a really good book here. It's called All Marketers Tell Stories. Pretty quick read, but it talks about storytelling and what you need to do to grow your business. I do have a question for you. Before I show you this last book, which is a really important one, I have a question for you. I want you to tell me in the comments, what's the most impactful book you've ever read. Choose one. I don't care. It may not even be in sales. It may not be in business. Leave it in the comments here, because in our community, we love to share. We love for agents to share. They've learned from others, whether it's Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or how to think and grow rich. Think and Grow Rich is definitely a big one. I want you to leave a comment here. What's the best book you've ever read to date? Okay, and it's important that we say to date, because, I own a bunch of racehorses, and I have a lot of people ask me all the time, well, what's the best horse you've ever had? I'm like, he hasn't been born yet. I'm always a believer I'm going to get better. So he hasn't been born yet. The best horse I've ever had has not even been born, let alone have I got him yet. So you always want to think about, here's the best book I've read so far that's made an impact for me in business, but it's not the best one I'll ever read. There's so much more new information that's available. So leave a comment here. What's the best book you've read to date? Very important that you do that. By the way, if this kind of stuff is helpful for you, hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up here. Hit the like button if you enjoy this kind of content. And last but not least, book number 10. I actually marked one of my favorite ads here with the Audi business card from the new Audi I just wasted $100,000 on. But I marked it there. One of my favorite ads of all time. This is the greatest ad man of all time. He's been dead for quite a while now. His name's David Ogilvy. David Ogilvy is responsible for the creation of Rolls-Royce success, for the creation of Ferrari success, and multiple other businesses outside of the car industry as well. But he's very good at writing ads. Back in the day when there were advertising agencies, they called them ad men. And these ad men did a really good job of writing ads. There's samples in here, old samples of why they work today. Back when we could advertise cigarettes, there's Marlboro. You guys remember the Camel of Camel cigarettes. What was his name? Leave in the comments. What the heck was his name? The Camel. Joe Camel. You remember that? Joe Camel, I think it was. But anyway, lots of really good stuff in here. Old sales letters that were handwritten. This is an awesome book. If you can find it, it's out of print. It was only $28 when it was created. This one's in perfect condition, by the way. Absolute perfect condition. But this is a very good book to show you lots of ads that are working today. It's called Ogilvy on Advertising. And this is book number 10. Again, these may not be the best books in the world, but I think you'll find that they're incredibly helpful for you if you find one or two that you'd like to read over the next 7 days. What I do, by the way, is I always start a book Sunday morning, and I have to get it done before next Sunday morning. So I'll kind of piece it out or do it in chunks or whatever, but I'm not going to leave it laying around because it'll sit there for months and you'll never actually absorb it. So anyway, 10 really good books that have made a big difference in my business. And what I know about real estate and how to communicate with buyers and sellers and negotiating commissions and getting them to the right price and getting those agreements that we need. So again, hopefully this kind of thing is helpful. I want to give you something, by the way. For watching this today, I have a 40-minute video training specific to real estate on getting you appointments before the sun goes down today. Now that's the biggest freaking promise you've ever heard. How do I get appointments today, this calendar day, before the sun goes down, spending $0 in marketing? I put it together in a video for you. If you go to getfastclosings.com, you should see a link in the description here. Maybe somebody can type it in the comments as well. www.getfastclosings.com. Make sure you spell it right if you are typing it in there for me. www.getfastclosings.com. When you go there, you're going to see, you got to put in your email address, but you'll see an awesome video on how you can get yourself right now business. Use free marketing and get an appointment literally today. So you got to go get dressed. You got to go get your clothes on. You got to get ready. You're going to meet a seller today, and we know how important it is to get listings. So anyway, hopefully this is helpful for you. 10 of the best books for real estate agents to get better as a business owner. I think you'll find it incredibly helppful. I'm Greg Luther. Binge watch some of this stuff. Check out our Facebook page and YouTube, GregLutherCoaching.com. It's Greg Luther Coaching on Facebook and on YouTube at Greg Luther Coaching. I think you'll find it incredibly helpful. Go out there and make some money. Let's make the next 12 months phenomenal for you. I'll plan on talking to you soon. www.getfastclosings.com. Have a good day. We'll talk to you later. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that video, and we have a lot more information to share with you as well. I want you to do 3 important things so that we can start growing your real estate business immediately. First and foremost, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Now, if you don't have a YouTube account, you can set one up. It's totally free, very easy to do, but you want to subscribe to this YouTube channel and then make sure you ring the bell. If you ring the bell, you're turning on notifications, so it'll let you know every time we load new videos, and we load new training content for you nearly every single day. Now, additionally, I've got a big bonus for you because every week I choose one agent that I'm going to do a one-on-one coaching call with. Let me tell you how we choose them. You'll want to comment on this video below because every week we choose one person from the comments that I'm going to help them in growing their real estate business. So leave a comment below on the video that you just watched. What'd you think about it? Do you like it? Are you trying it? Is it something you're intrigued by or want more information on? Leave a comment below and we choose someone every single week that I have a one-on-one coaching call with. So 3 important things. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring the bell to get notifications, and then leave a comment on this video below. We'll plan on seeing you soon.